So, the topic of this video is Colombian women versus Dominican women. I'll come back to these pictures in a second, but so I've just been living for about 10 months in the north part of the Dominican Republic, mainly Santiago. And right now I am in Barranquilla, Colombia. My plan is to live 50% of the time in both places. So one of the main reasons I decided that, well, I'm not going to spend all my time in the Dominican Republic, I'm going to spend at least 6 months out of the year in Colombia, is the chicks in Colombia are hotter. Okay? They just are. All right? They're better looking. Like this one here, she's a little fickle and she's probably a little too young for me, but she's 28, or I think she's 29, and so I've made a list. Colombian women are better in these ways. They're better looking. They're not as money grubbing. Now, I'll touch on that in a second. You may not believe that, or you may have a different experience, but I'm going to tell you it really is the case, and I'll go into that in a second. Colombian women are more educated and interesting. I mean, they're funner to talk to. And actually, I probably misspoke. The comparative of fun is always more fun. It's an exception, right? When you form a comparative that's more than one syllable, you should use more or y, right? Like curvier. It ends in y. Oh, what's the rule? I forget the exact rule. At any rate, fun is an exception. I don't want to be a hypocrite. But at any rate, so they just are. Let's just get real. If you've experienced Dominican women and gone out with quite a few of them, and you've also gone out with quite a few Colombian chicks, and I lived here for 3 months previously, and so I have dated a lot of them, so I can compare them for sure. Now, there's a cultural aspect that I think they win on also. Colombian chicks, they come from a culture that is not like a colony of the United States. The Dominican Republic, in many ways, it feels like it's like part of the United States or a backyard of the United States. I mean, they're both pretty close, Colombia and the U.S., but the DR, it just feels, 15% of their population is in the United States. And it just feels like it's a little more part of the U.S., like a back alley or something. Like, it's really, it does. But in Colombia, I mean, they don't care. Most of them don't really care. They have pride in their own culture. And he said, well, whatever America's doing, what they're doing, we're doing what we're doing. Right? So there's that cultural aspect, that kind of cultural self-esteem that they have that quite frankly, they really don't quite have in the DR, in the Dominican Republic. Now, Dominican women, all right, they hop in the sack faster, usually. Yeah, they do. They're much more, they kind of this, oh yeah, let's do it. That's for sure. I guess they're more voluptuous, I suppose. I mean, they certainly are more voluptuous if you're talking about Bogota, Colombia. Now, I've spent most of my time in Barranquilla, in total about 3 months in Barranquilla and 1 month in Medellin. And I'm back here in Barranquilla, and this is where I love the sun. It's much sunnier, it's warmer. Along this north coast of Colombia here, here's Cartagena, Barranquilla, and then right over here is Santa Marta. It's actually under this A there, but at any rate. So let me give you some examples as far as the money grubbing. This girl, I went out with her today, and I'm going to go out with her again. She's got her own car. right? It's a 2021. It's a very recent model. It's almost brand new, and it costs $12,000. And she's not a rich girl, but she's not super poor. And she's got one child. I'm older, so I usually get chicks with children, right? I usually get the chicks who are in their 30s and have 2 kids or 3 kids or whatever. I'm not getting the 25-year-old girls, okay? But the single mothers, I do get those ones because they're all whatever. So she's not asking me for money, right? In the Dominican Republic, it seems like there's almost always an angle, right? There's always an angle to playing the short game, right? In the Dominican Republic, they play the short game. They want, can I get money out of you now? Well, can you buy me this dress? Now I'll give you another example of that. This girl here, she's in a video. I kind of considered her my girlfriend. We were, I was with her for about 3 weeks. I guess, yeah, she was my girlfriend. But I like this one more now because she wants to spend more time. This one has 3 kids. She has 3 children, a 4-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 12-year-old. Okay, and she's half Venezuelan, half Colombian. She has a Colombian passport. Anyway, she's obviously a hot chick, and you'll see her in the video. The video right before this one. Or no. My first video on this channel is with this girl right here. Okay, she's very hot. But, I mean, her time is all consumed with these kids, but she's not money grubbing. I tried to buy her these shoes for her kids because I just thought she didn't have it, and she had already paid for her own taxi far away. I saw how much she paid. And she's like, no. Now, a Dominican chick would have grabbed that money right out of my fucking hand. Excuse my French. They would have just yanked it out of my hand. Okay? There's always an angle with the Dominican chicks. All right? Now, another deal on the voluptuousness. This girl, I've got a date set up with her. And you can see she's pretty voluptuous, all that business. I don't need them to be that voluptuous. I'm not that superficial, but so that maybe in some places here in Barranquilla, the girls are more Caribbean. They're more, they're different than Bogota. Okay, the women in Bogota, they look more like they do in the United States. And yeah, so I think that those are the main things that that's how I would compare them. Okay, that's how I would compare them. And like I say, you will get better looking chicks in Colombia. I don't know why it is, but it's just the fact. I guess there just aren't as many hot chicks. There are plenty of chicks that will just hop in the sack with you in the Dominican Republic much quicker. I will grant that. But the level, they're just they're not as good. There just aren't as many of them. And the ones that do exist in the Dominican Republic, oh wow, they've already got 1 foot in the U.S. Okay, they've got 1 foot in the U.S. I mean, the Dominican Republic has the feel that it's like it really is almost a colony of the United States. It is a cultural colony. I mean, it really is. The girls there, they kind of have like a little bit of the New York hustle. I guess you could, and that's where most Dominicans go, is some New York and New Jersey, that kind of area. And it's really, Colombia's better. Although, there's some good things I do like about the Dominican Republic. The main thing is there are no visa hassles in the DR, right? In the Dominican Republic, you can stay for a year, 2 years. I just did it. I stayed for 10 months. When I left the airport, I think it was like $90. I had to pay a fine. I mean, just boom, boom, snap, and it was finished. No problem. And I had overstayed before in 2018 as well. Now, you can run across some chicks in the Dominican Republic that are very hot and fine. Occasionally. I know that you can. But, just Colombia is, I've got to say, they take the cake. They beat out the DR in this respect. However, Colombia, they don't let you stay there for. I mean, in Colombia, you got 6 months and you'll be illegal and you could technically be deported. Dominican Republic, you don't have to worry about any of that. If you want to stay and for a long time, it's really no problem at all. Okay, I will see you guys later.